Happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Old Ryan here. How you doing? A little Mexican cerveza with a little bit of lime in there. It's the only way you can drink these things. This is just Cooper's pre-hop kit. Fresh out of the keg. Went to the local nano brewery, single speed. You've probably seen my couple of my glasses that have had their logo on it. They had a guest beer on tap tonight called the Ogden. It's made by Goose Island. It's a Belgian triple. Did not realize that was 9%. That was my second beer too, so got that. Didn't even look at the ABV when I ordered it, but holy smokes, I definitely had to eat some supper after that one before getting home. It was crazy. So this will probably be my last beer of the night, honestly. I just had to make sure I had something for the video. Really a good beer. Anyway, so Iowa Beer Challenge. Nobody's entered, so probably give it another week or two and then just cut that off. If you don't know where to enter, just go over to the powerhourbrewcrew.com. There's a link for the Iowa Beer Challenge. It just says Iowa Beer Challenge, and it will ask you for your LME and hop submissions. Remember, don't buy the ingredients before the ingredients are picked. So don't, just choose the ingredients that you want and submit them to us, or submit them to me. Then I'll do a video just picking out what everyone gets. Question was brought up to me by my pal Corey, who's interested in doing this. Not Corey as the Iowa Carver, but Corey as the guy who I had on a previous Homebrew Wednesday. What about adjuncts? Is there limits on adjuncts? I really wasn't sure about that, but we talked about it for a while, and it's been decided that up to 1 pound of an adjunct can be used in addition to your recipe. Of course, your steeping grains, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to use an adjunct. And when I say adjunct, I'm talking honey, candy syrup, rice syrup solids. Roughly we want all the beers to be around the same ABV, but and it does need to be a 5-gallon batch. And that's just so we don't have someone doing a 1 gallon of all their ingredients and coming with some Imperial IPA or something and blowing everyone else out of the water. And and really it's not even a winning or losing thing. You're not beating anyone. It's just a let's see what people could brew out of the box. So it's kind of fun and putting you on the spot. And making it 5 gallon gives you the ambition to try to make a really good beer that everyone will enjoy. And just kind of a review on the hops. Once the hops are decided for you, we do the drawing for them. As long you have to use 1 ounce of each of the hops that you're picked for. If you get, say, 3 ounces of all Centennial or something, you have to use 3 ounces, okay? At least. And you can add anything you want. So, really, you could hide a lot of hops. It's all about how much you want to put into this. Personally, I think I wouldn't be adding much more hops than whatever gets chosen for me. It's all going to be random, and I'll do it live so no one, thinks there's something mischievous or something. I'll have a random number generator of some sort. I'm just going to sit there and play with stuff, figure out what I can do to make it taste good. And probably most of the time, most of the beers are going to come out okay. Or, nothing's going to be too undrinkable, I don't think. So you can use whatever yeast you want. So you use whatever adjuncts you want if you want to use an adjunct. And you can use whatever steeping grains you want. Don't try to find loopholes in the system. It's really just try to stay in the spirit of the challenge. Corey was making a joke about, well, what if I just did an all grain and then added the LME to it? It's like, no, it's just, that's not in the spirit of it. You know, this is supposed to be an extract brew. It's supposed to be an extract brew so everyone is able to do it. Everyone can do an extract brew who wants to brew beer. Not everyone can do an all grain. Not to say your steeping grains couldn't have some fermentability, but remember you're steeping. So really the most you could do is the steep to convert method, which is 45 minutes at some time. So don't put a lot of money into grains, I mean, unless you're actually doing it for flavor or something. So just don't try to, you know, weasel your way into the challenge. Or weasel your way through the challenge, I should say. Anyway, I dry hopped my IPA, decided to do that. Went to the store to get some Cascade, they didn't have any. But they had a nifty little chart of hops that are similar. And at one point I was kind of kicking around Centennial, and apparently it's somewhat similar to Cascade, so I just bought an ounce of Centennial and threw those in. Found some cacao nibs, I mean just cocoa. They're like the kind of like the seed inside of the cocoa fruit. I believe they're what chocolate is made from. Found a bag of those, about 4 ounces, and decided to rack my stout onto those. I've been trying to kick around a good name. So I think the name of the stout will be, if it's good, if it tastes good, in honor of the Queen of the Power Hour, the founder of the Power Hour League, I will call it the Spagnola Stout, and then I will make that recipe available to the world if it tastes good. It'd be kind of cool to get people making labels for this or something. I'm not artsy, so I wouldn't do it. You know, something with the her th note on it. It's a little @ sign with a musical note. I know most of you watching have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, she's actually sending me a free painting, apparently. So that's exciting. I'll show that off when that shows up. So if the stout tastes good, we'll call it the Spagnola Stout. I did have plans to call a stout that, but I don't think the recipe I really was going to do it with it's going to work out because it's all grain. I still have not been able to get all grain figured out here. I think that's all we have this week. So, cheers, 17, and happy Homebrew Wednesday. We'll see you next week, folks.